You're recording now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm good, mommy. I can do it. Thank you, though. All right, guys. So let's start. So for those, I don't, and let me preface this by saying, I don't know how, I'm trying to see what way is best to do this. I would love to see your guys' faces, but because the majority of people are on Zoom. Okay. I guess it's just gonna have to be like this. So I can see the PowerPoint. Okay, cool. And now I got sidetracked and forgot what I was gonna say. Let me preface this with, so I'll just go ahead and jump into it. Oh, I wanted to preface it like this. Everybody might be on a different journey in regards to their social media. So I'm gonna focus mainly on Instagram for right now, and you know, we can learn together. I don't know everything. I just know that it's been super beneficial to my business. So I want to show, like I said, share with you guys what I do and what works for me. And then if you guys have any tips or anything that you want to share with the rest of the group, 100%, please let us know. So obviously social media, there's Facebook, TikTok, Clubhouse, Instagram, and Snapchat. I don't know if everyone knows what Clubhouse is, but they probably should. So Clubhouse is think of it as an interactive podcast. It is only available for iPhone users as of right now, but Android users should be able to, yeah, I need to close this down. This is gonna distract me. Okay. It's going to be available for Android users soon. They said that they're going to be rolling it out in May. So if you need an invite and you have an iPhone, you can reach out to me. I have 7 of them. It's an awesome place for anyone really, because they have all different types of rooms on all different types of topics. So I, of course, am always in the real estate groups, and I've learned a lot on what I should be doing with my social media, what I should be doing with my business. It is a time suck, but if you have not heard about Clubhouse yet and you have not been on there and you need an invite, let me know. I will hook you up, and I promise that it'll be worth it. So I don't care what social media platform you get on. I want you to just be you, 100% you. People want to work with people that they like, that they know, that they trust. And people all the time tell me like, oh my gosh, you're really who you are on your social media, like you are in person. And it's like, yeah, why would I be any other way, right? I want to always be me. So I want you to be you. And that can be whatever, right? Like whoever you are makes you special. So I want you to always be who you are. So now let's just get right into it. Let's talk about Instagram. So number 1, there's 3 different types of accounts that you can use on Instagram. I would recommend the creator because the creator has the most options available to you, and it's still kind of like a business account. I wouldn't say that you should get a personal account. I don't think that you should have your account private. I think that it should be public. I had 2 accounts at one point. I had a personal account and a business account, and it was just too much to handle. So I have only one account. It's my business account, but it is all about my whole life. So it's my business and my personal, which is helpful because I'm relatable to people. And it's not that it's all about real estate. It's about who I am as a person. And just like we say with everything, you don't want to be a secret agent. You don't want to be a secret agent online either. So I definitely recommend, I mean, listen, unless you like today's 420, right? That might mean something to some of y'all. It might not mean something to some other people. And if you're going to post about that, maybe you want to have 2 separate accounts, right? Or if you're going out every weekend, maybe you want to have 2 separate accounts if you want to post about what you're doing and you don't want that to take away from who you are as a realtor or business person. But if I were to suggest anything, I would say don't have 2 accounts, have 1 account. Again, show who you are as a person and as a realtor. I would love everyone to follow me. I will follow back. Let's support each other because engagement is key. And if you have other people that you know liking and commenting on your stuff, it helps with your reach. Okay, now let's talk about our bios. Bios are super, super important. Here's my Instagram right here. So my username, it used to be Suzette Sells Homes, and I'm really sad about that because I felt like that I had to change that because I felt like when people would see my screen name, they automatically know, boom, I'm a realtor, right? It went along with the hashtag and all of that. And then I found out that not only is the username searchable, so is the profile name. So if someone, and I've had multiple clients, especially recently, tell me that before we actually met. They Googled me. If they Googled me, they weren't going to see, you know, they weren't going to be able to find my Instagram page. And my Instagram page is where I post a lot about real estate, a lot about my closings. And you can really tell that I have a real estate presence on Instagram, probably more than any of my maybe more than all of my other social medias. So I was like, okay, that's a problem. So I changed mine because my name was too long. You can only have so many characters in this space right here. So I just changed mine to Suzette Burkhalter. You want to make sure that you put your location in the profile name, that you're a realtor, and then your name as well, because again, these are searchable. So like right now, if you were to go into Instagram and you click right here to search and you would type in Orlando Realtor, I'm going to be one of the ones that's going to pop up. So I had someone tell me, well, I service Claremont, I service Winter Garden. Listen, I service all of those areas as well. I would like to stay closer to Orlando. So that's why I put Orlando, because I used to have Florida Realtor. And I actually got a lead, my first agent-to-agent lead that has now given me 2 leads, that they found me. They first went on Zillow, and I'm like, okay, they went on Zillow. There's like 8,000 agents on there, right, that have more of a presence. And then he said, then I went to Instagram and I found you and I liked your feed. I liked what you posted. So that's why I'm reaching out to giving you this lead. That was one lead, boom. 2 weeks later, he's like, hey, Suzette, I have another one. So this is super important. Then when you change your account to creator, or to business, it will give you the option to select this right here. So you want to go ahead and select that you're a real estate agent. And then here you want to kind of give a description of who you are, what you do, what you enjoy. And I've been taught to give what they like to call, quote unquote, a freebie. So I have a link tree that's connected here. And actually, Elena, I want to jump in and ask you a question, because a couple of realtors in other offices have said, instead of using a link tree, why not just have this connected to your website? And I haven't had a chance to sit down with you, but I wonder, is that something that we can do on our KW websites, is to like have a place where we can have different links to like different things?
Yes, absolutely. And actually, Scott Leroy Marketing can assist you guys with that for free. So if you want to do a mortgage calculator, if you want to add some testimonials, some freebies, downloadable things onto your agent's site, you absolutely can.
I'm a newbie on this teaching thing, guys. Sorry. Yep. So if you guys click on mine, I have like a link. So basically, Linktree is one link, because when you edit your profile, you have the opportunity to add a website link. So on my Linktree, I have like I have a link to my app. I have a link to my blog. I have a link to, I think, the MLS. I have a link for my home buyer guide. I have a link to, I have a Calendly link. Today, someone clicked on my Calendly link and set an appointment to speak with me for 20 minutes at 1 o'clock. I had to reschedule that, but that's pretty cool. He doesn't follow me. I've never heard about this guy. And that actually happened with another client a few weeks back, and they're in the process of getting things ready to go. When we finally spoke, she said that she had been following me for a year. I was like, girl, like a picture, comment, follow, you know? So you never know who's watching. So yeah, so that's what we want to focus on your bio. Your bio doesn't necessarily have to be in this paragraph format either. I think I might actually even change mine to be more bullet points. I don't know. I kind of switch that up every now and then. So that's something that you really want to focus on, is your bio, because again, people are looking at your social media quickly. So you want to get them like that. You want them to know who you are, what your page is about, and follow you if they're interested, right? Okay, so then highlights. Highlights are super important. These are highlights right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Before you go to the highlights, where do you go to change like that Orlando? And where do you go to do that? You're going to go on. So when you go to your page, go to your little face on the right-hand corner on the bottom. So just open up your app. Okay. You see where your little face is on the right-hand corner, right down here. Oh, I'm sorry. I could do it right here. So down here, you click on that. Then you're going to click on edit profile, which is right here, right underneath my bio. And then this is where you can change all the information. Okay. And then obviously, guys, like this is how mine looks, because this is me looking at my page. My page, when you're looking at my page, it's not going to look like all of this, but it will have contact and things like that. I don't know exactly what it says because I can't look at it that way. So that's that. Good to go?
Yeah, if you have any, you say just to put your name on top. So like you have Suzette Burke.
So that is my username. So whatever you want your username to be.
But it's better to just have like your plain name because you said you had Suzette Holmes, but that was very smart.
No, it was only not smart because I can't fit my full name plus Orlando Realtor in my actual name. So if someone didn't know who I was and they didn't know that I went by Suzette Sells Homes, they couldn't find me because if they typed in Suzette Burkhalter, I don't come up anywhere because it's not in the 2 searchable fields, which is this field or this field. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So I wanted it to be Orlando Realtor Suzette Burkhalter, but it does not fit. So I just gave up my cute little name that I loved. I put Suzette Burkhalter here, and then I just put Orlando Realtor Suzette.
Got it. Okay.
Got it? Because again, guys, these are searchable fields. Whoops.
Suzette, can I just make a comment really quick?
Please do.
I just want to say that Suzette sharing how she offers a freebie is a major key. That is, you're offering free value to capture potential emails and add them onto your campaign lists. Okay.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about that because I don't know how to capture emails, which is obviously the whole point, you know? So yeah, so guys, mine is a work in progress. I've never paid for any followers. I don't have 1,000, 12,000 followers or whatever, but I'm getting business from my Instagram. So it's always quality over quantity, like I'm going to talk about later. But I've done this all organically. I think when I first started focusing, I had like maybe 1,200 followers, and now I have almost 3,200 or 30, yeah, whatever, over 3,000. So, okay. Next up, highlights. These right here, guys, new builds, inspiration, testimonials, buyer's tips. Actually, let me just stop. Do we have any questions?
Yes, I have a question, Suzette.
Go for it. Okay.
Do you know if you can change your profile? Well, how you can change it from business to creator? Can you do that?
Yep, 100%. You want to go through it right now?
Sure.
All right. Let's go. Let's open up our app, guys. So we're going to go down here again to the bottom little thing right here. This is where you can get to your settings, right? So click on that. And then you're going to click on the 3. Hold on, let me move this over. This right here, the little hamburger thing that they have up here, you're going to click on that. And then you're going to go to settings. Tell me if I'm going too fast.
No, go ahead. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, settings. Now when you're on settings, you go all the way down to where it says account. And then you scroll all the way to the bottom and it says switch account type.
I see switch to creator account. Creator account's the best for public creator. Okay, switch.
I don't know. So here.
Okay, perfect. It switched. Thank you.
Settings, account, switch account type, creator.
That's the best one.
That's the best one. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
You got it? Anybody else have any questions before we keep going?
Hey, Suzette, it's Jen. I missed the first part. I just joined now. So you're recommending creator over business account. Is that correct?
I am, yeah.
And what's the benefit of creator over business? Just if you can catch me up real quick.
Yeah, sure. So I can go back actually. So with business, you don't get all of the options that you do get with creator. So it's still the same. You'll still be as a business account, quote unquote, but especially with reels and all of that, you really want music and the other options that the creator account provides.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You can, yep, no problem. I don't know what I did with this here. Anybody else have any questions before we keep going?
Yeah, I actually have a question. This is Sammy.
Okay, hi.
Hi. I am on my Instagram account right now, and I'm trying to switch to creator, but I don't have that option. The only option I have is switch to professional accounts.
Yeah, Elena, you want to jump in on that? You're muted.
Yep, Semi, we can talk after and we can figure that out, okay?
All right.
I can go on with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you might need to update the app. Maybe that might be it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
Yeah, it might be something that needs to then just be that you guys need to update the app. Oh, and then let me go back, guys. Social media changes every day. So anything that's happening right now could very well be different tomorrow. So just know that you want to kind of, and we'll talk about this a little bit later too, is you kind of want to follow some accounts that will kind of keep you up to date, because that's what they do, is just focus on that social media platform. And they'll kind of give you the updates on like what's going on as it happens. Okay. What other questions, guys? We good? All right, let's keep going. Okay, so like I said, these are highlights here. What's awesome about highlights is that they are where your stories can live longer than 24 hours. Because when you're posting stories, they're gone in 24 hours. But once you post a story, you can then connect it to a highlight so that people can go back. And for me, I really like mine. I don't know. I don't want to be posting certain things all the time in my feed, so it gets repetitive. So that's why like my testimonials are in a highlight. I do all kind of buyer tips, they're in a highlight. So you guys can kind of click through those to see what I've done in the past. But you know, you can basically use your highlights to talk a little bit more about you specifically, so that people aren't scrolling looking for stuff, right? It's kind of like giving them like a little table of contents of, oh, I want to know who this girl is. I need to do one. I need to do our who is Suzette highlight. So you can even go back to old stories once you add your highlights, and add those old stories to whatever highlights you have added. And like I said, this is going to be kind of somewhat beginner. We can do part 2 where we can really deep dive into how to do highlights, how to get the little, like I have here, these little thumbnails, I guess is what you could call them. Okay. Yeah. So that's that.
This is just, yeah, because I don't even know how to create those thumbnails there. So we might have to do a part 2.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we'll definitely listen. We could do a part 2 next week. I love Instagram. So this took me like 2 hours this morning. Well, and I also couldn't sleep last night. So if you could see, I was stressed out because I did wait too long. And look, I was like at 12:26, like maybe I should screenshot these. Maybe I should add this to that. So yeah, 100%, we can do that. That's no problem. So you can get these cute highlight things. You can get them on Canva. You can get them on Pinterest, on Etsy. I created them myself. So yeah, so we can deep dive into how to add these and again, go a little bit further. Like we can talk more about reels and all that jazz. So, okay, cool. Let's keep it moving, guys. Okay, stories. Stories are so important. Stories. Like if it were me right now and I were in this class, I would be taking a video really quickly, say, watching Suzette drop some gems on Instagram, hashtag always learning, and I would tag where I'm at the office. A story is kind of like your own reality show, and you would be surprised how many people love to watch other people's lives, especially real estate, right? So like when I'm out showing a property, almost every property that I'm showing, unless my buyers are weird about me taking a video, I at least do like a video of the kitchen, the backyard, something. I put information on bedroom, bathroom count, price point, location, because I know a lot of people out of town, out of state actually, and they're like, oh my God, I could afford that in Florida. Yeah, come on down, I'll help you, I'll hook you up, right? You want to focus on doing at least between 5 to 10. You don't want to bog people down with too many stories, because then they get like bored and it's like click, and they're not reading through them. But you want to also spread them out, because every time you post a new story, it bumps your story to the front of, oh, hold on. I'm going to see if I have, I'm slacking, guys. I didn't do a good picture. Anyways, at the top, when you're looking at your Instagram right now, guys, go to your homepage and scroll to the top where oh, hello, I'm on video. So right here, right? That's where everyone's stories are. When you post a new story, you get bumped up to the front. So if someone didn't see your first story of the day, maybe now when they're in Instagram, maybe now you're at the front, you're one of the first 5. So they're going to click on yours and they're going to be able to see all the stories that you have posted previously. Let me backtrack one more time. So go to your homepage, guys. At the top are stories. Homepage. So if I were like right now, does anyone see my story at the front, at the top? Anyways, let's say that I were to post another story right now. If there were other people that were in front of me on yours, I would then now be here where Karen is for me, I wonder if she's online. So that's why you want to spread out your stories, and you don't want to just be like, okay, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to post all these stories and then I'm done with my stories for the day. Because the point is you want people to watch your stories. The whole point about anything social media is engagement, right? So another thing that you want to do with your stories. Oh, let me backtrack. So remember when I was talking about 420 and how you might want to post about that? There's a way where when you're posting your stories, you don't have to post it for everyone to see. So let's go back into our homepage. Everybody with me? Go to your homepage, go to your homepage. All right. So if you swipe to the left, it'll get you to your stories page, right? Swipe to the left or click on your face at the top. Okay. No, I lied. Click on the plus button at the top. Now you're in stories. Anyways, when you post something, so let's say right now, I'm just going to take a picture, boom. If you were to post, you can automatically post by pushing this little button on the left-hand side, which just says your story. Or you can create a list of people that you only want your story to be shown to, and that's close friends. So when your friends see your story with a green circle around it, that means that that story is somewhat private and only the person's list of close friends can see that story. So even though your page is public, you can still share some stories only with a select amount of people compared to everybody. Okay. Now, stories are super important for, like I said, engagement. So what you want to do is you want to use all the sticker options that they provide. So let's say that we're in our stories again, and we're going to post something, right? When you have a creator account, at the top, you have all of these, and I'm sorry, guys, I will do a different training so that I can just screenshot and walk you through it. But just to kind of talk about it really quickly, when you take a picture like you were going to post a story and you have options at the top, if you click on the little happy face, that's where all the quote unquote stickers appear. So to get engagement, the one that I usually like and use a lot is what's called the poll. And you can ask a question and then you can have two options. So when people are going through your stories, they can click on one or the other, and that provides for engagement, which Instagram loves because it means that people are actually watching what you're posting. And it will cause for Instagram to push your post and all of that to more people. Okay. And again, I realize, I'm sorry, we are going to have to do a round two because this is probably not making sense to everybody. But I just want to give as much information right now as possible. A lot of people always are like, what do I post? What do I post? I don't know what to post. Listen, I post about everything. I post about my workouts. I post about when my girls wake up at 7 in the morning on a Saturday and they're driving me crazy. I post about, like I said, whenever I'm showing a house, I post about anything and everything. I do have a list of 199 ideas for realtors that I got from another realtor that I can give to whoever. Feel free to hit me up in the DMs and send me your email and I'll send you over that list. But like if I'm preparing for a listing appointment, I'm going to do a quick boomerang of like, oh, getting ready to go talk to the seller. Anything to, again, just keep me relevant and give me options to post. And then normally, well, stories, a lot of people think stories more, let me focus. You're not going to get new followers usually from stories. Now, when you geotag something, like if I am in Apopka showing a house and I geotag Apopka, Florida is going to have a story. So someone that clicks on that story might see my information. That might lead them to look at my profile to then maybe follow me, engage with me, whatever. Hashtags can be used in stories, but they're not very effective because you cannot search for hashtags for stories. So that's why I'm always like geotag, wherever you are. If you're out eating, if you're at a coffee place, if you are at a gym, whatever you're doing, geotag that one, which is the location sticker on your stories. Because like I said, those geotags have stories that people will look at that can then connect you guys. But ultimately, stories is just really important so that you can build a relationship that you already have with the people that are already following you. Okay, types of posts for Instagram. You have 4 different types, technically 5, because now they added guides. Static. Static is one post, one picture. Let me go back. Let me show you guys. This right here is a static post, right? Because it's only one photo. This is a static post. This right here is a reel. These are where reels are found, right here under this little tab right here. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep it. I'm trying to be descriptive and super like give a lot of information, but I realize you guys are gonna need more visuals since a lot of you guys are not present. So, okay, carousel. Carousel is when you have, you attach to a post more than one photo, and you can post up to 10 photos. Carousels are great for engagement. The reason why is because when you post 10 photos and it's posted to your feed, let's say that Shayla goes and she's on Instagram and she sees my post. Then she gets off of Instagram and she goes back on Instagram. She's gonna see the second post in that carousel post. So it might provide for Shayla to be like maybe the first one didn't interest her, but the second one interested her, and then she keeps scrolling. If she's scrolling, that's providing for engagement, which will then again tell people or tell Instagram that people are looking at your stuff, and it will push out your content to more people. Reels. Reels are all the craze right now. It is everything for Instagram. If you're doing reels, they're getting a lot of engagement and a lot of people viewing your stuff. They're basically Instagram's version of TikTok. Do you have to dance? No. Can you talk about educational things? Yes. I'm not done, but I've been doing what I call a 30 days, 30 questions in 30 seconds series. I'm on day 25. I thought I was going to do it 30 days consecutively. And then I was like, that's too much. So I'm going on like 2 months of doing this thing, but people are loving it and it's getting a lot of attraction. And I think that that's what's helped my page grow pretty quickly recently. So again, we'll talk about reels and all of that on version 2 of this class. And then you have what's called IGTV. IGTV is when you're gonna post a video that's longer than 60 seconds. Is that right? Yeah, longer than 60 seconds. And also when you go live, it's gonna attach to your IGTV. What to post. This is the most important part of everything that you're doing. You always want to provide value. Value comes in many different ways. You could be providing someone value by telling them the latest interest rates or what your house could be sold or whatever. It can also be emotional. Today I posted a picture of my daughters. I said, you know, whether you're my client or you're my friend, you know, I'm gonna have your back just like these 2 little girls have their back. It's getting a lot of attention. Or entertainment. You could provide someone value by just being funny or being silly or whatever, you know, maybe they needed that smile on their face. So whenever you're thinking about what to post, it doesn't have to be all about real estate. It can be, again, about who you are, what interests you, what you do on a daily basis. People want to be able to relate to you again. So another way, one of my favorite people that I follow, her name is Chelsea Pites. She says that these are the 5 S's of what you should post. Searchable, shareable, savable, story focused, and starts conversations. So when you're thinking about what you want to post and you want to be consistent and you want to be specific, you want to think about what it is you want people to think about when they think about you. This is who I am right here, guys. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I love to have good times with my family and my friends. I'm a realtor. I really enjoy a lot of wine. I work out, and I'm all about like inspirational, positive, uplifting things. So when you look at my page, I hope that that's what you get from it, right? So what you want to do for who you are as a person, like what are your pillars, right? Because once you know what your pillars are, it will help you to kind of lay out what it is that you want to post. Because a lot of people, I post in real time. Well, I don't use a scheduler to post, I should say. Some people will like schedule out a month worth of content so that they don't feel like they're falling behind and they're not posting when they feel like they should be posting. And consistency is key. So the more that you post, the better off your page is going to be. So I really encourage you guys to think about what are your pillars? What is it that you want to be known for? If you can post everything about video, you're going to win. Listen, I know a lot of people do not feel comfortable on video. None of my videos are perfect. I love to post my bloopers. People love those too. Save those down, post those. You know, if instead of posting, you know how we all see like the Canva posts, like 5 things to do before you're selling your home. Instead of posting that as a graphic, do a quick video. To get comfortable with video, if you don't want to start posting videos, try doing videos in your stories. Try to just record yourself doing a video every single day. Don't post it, but just get comfortable with doing video. And then again, just be you, be original, connect with people. And ultimately what you want to post, if you have no idea what you want to post, look up hashtags, realtor life, realtoring, realtor vibes, realtor mood. Look at other people's stuff, see what connects with you, and then rip off and duplicate, especially if they're in another city or state. If their vibe is like your vibe, look at what they do, make it your own, and post it. Okay? Who has questions? R&D,
No,
baby.
this is great. We definitely will need a part 2, but this is good.
Oh, good. Thanks so much. Was that Jen?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, here are some tips on what you should post. When you're posting anything, your caption is super important. You want to hook them right away, because if you notice when you're looking at a post on Instagram, you get to see like the first line and then it'll be like ... So you want to do something that's going to intrigue them. Like you might want to be like, hey, homeowner to be, this one's for you, so that they click to read the rest of the caption, right? Then in the body of the caption, you can go ahead and inform them about whatever it is that you want to do. I wanted to post something about something that was a little controversial, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. But I was like, oh, I bet you if I would have posted this as the first line, people would have read it, right? And then it's all about engagement. So you always want to end your post with some sort of call to action. When we do part 2, I'll give you guys a list of all kinds of calls to action, which is basically like, if you agree, drop an emoji below. What state are you in? How's your market doing? Let me know in the comments. Things like that. Basically, you want to prompt people to say something about your post. Okay. Hashtags, hashtags, hashtags. I have a slide on that, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. When you're writing posts, and again, in mine, I get to be pretty wordy. I'm better writing rather than verbal. As you can tell, I'm kind of all over the place. But when I sit down to think about what it is that I want to post, you want to make sure that you break up your paragraphs into 3 to 4 lines, because it's easier for people to read. So like break up your thoughts into paragraphs rather than just making it like a big block, because people will just get confused and they'll just keep it moving. A lot of people I see put links in their posts, especially if you're posting a just sold or a just listed and you want to send them to your video or whatever that you posted for the property. If you put a link in the post, it's not linkable. So someone's going to have to copy and paste it or take it and type it into a thing. No one's going to do that. No one has time for that. People need simplicity. People need quick. So the only place that you can put your link is in where I showed you that I have the link tree. But we're all going to work on just making it connect to our personal website, because then we can capture information and all of that. Posts compared to stories is where you can attract new followers. You're going to get that from your hashtags, from what your geotagging on your post as well. This is super important. So after you post, you don't want to just post, you don't want to just post and ghost, right? You want to post and stay on there for 20 minutes at least to be able to engage with whoever is going to be commenting with you. The more that you engage with people that are commenting, the more Instagram is going to push your posts out there to again, just get more people to look at your stuff. There's a way, and we'll do this in part 2 so that you guys can kind of see where this is. Something that might help your post to be seen more is to engage with other accounts before you post. There's a way to find out who is your followers that you haven't interacted with in a while. So I would like click on them and just comment on a couple of their posts real quick, click on another one, blah, blah, blah. The hashtags that you use or you're going to use, like if I knew that I'm going to use Orlando Realtor, I wouldn't do that one, but maybe like Orlando Mom. I might go to the Orlando Mom hashtag and then look at a couple people's pages that have that hashtag used, comment on their stuff. So when I use the hashtag, they could potentially see my content. And then they always say to post a story before you post as well. I share almost everything that I post on my page to my story, just because not everyone, just like the algorithms for all other social media platforms, not everybody that's your follower is going to see your content, right? But maybe they might see your story and then maybe they'll go to your post. So it's just another opportunity to get more people to see your stuff. Now, Another tips on posting, and this is what I do all the time because I don't feel, what's the word that I'm using more? It's an I don't feel inspired. There we go. I don't feel inspired when I'm ready to post or when I think I should post. So I literally have a note section in my phone where when I'm feeling, I don't know, can y'all see this? Where am I? Anyways, I have a note section in my phone where if I see something that I like that someone posted, like it'll go on for days. And then I'll just keep it in there. And then that way, when I'm like, oh, I got this really cute picture, maybe I want to do this one. I'm surrounded by success. My coach said that one day, and then I might elaborate on that. Or if I can't think of something, I might jump on Pinterest and I might be like, hustle mom quotes or whatever the situation may be. Just kind of look at that, get some ideas, and then I'll create my post. But this really helps you to have something saved down for when you're not having those moments of inspiration or whatever, you don't know what to post, but you feel like you should post. I try to post at least once a day. A lot of people that have bigger accounts say that you don't need to do that. I think when you're creating or growing your account, I think it is important to post every day and to switch it up. And then again, rip off and duplicate. Don't copy someone's stuff word for word, right? But if you see someone's stuff that you like, think about it, think about how it translates to you, and then post about it. Any questions? How am I doing, guys?
We're dropping all the gems, Suzette.
Yes, I'm here for that. Okay, as I said, video, 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 video. So these are my reels right here. Like I said, I only have 3,100 followers or whatever, and I'm getting almost that same amount of people watching my reels. And these are my 30 and 30, guys. This is, I got like, I don't even know. I was talking about, I don't even know. I think on staging a house. And I'm like, I got like 1,000 views in like 10 minutes. I was like, what about staging? It's so weird. So I'm telling you, Reels is definitely going to help your account grow. So you really want to start looking into Reels. Video, some things to really focus on video is you want good lighting. So you want to have, tell me if this is working. You want a ring light. Let me just bring them over here. And I'm going to tell you guys a funny story about ring lights. No. I mean, there's a little one that you can walk around with. So here's a huge one, right? This one's going to cost you like $80 to $100. Everything's on Amazon. You can have this one. I just got this one and it's only $27 and it still works and it can still extend so that it's high. And it has a little holder for your phone. And then you have this one. So you have all different kinds of ring lights that are available on Amazon that definitely will help the quality of your video. So I highly recommend, you don't have to get the $80 one. Listen, I had the $80 one or $100, whatever it is, and I broke it, right? So my husband's like, oh, you missed your ring light? And I was like, I do miss my ring light, right? And I was like, I just have to order one. I haven't ordered one. So being the nice guy that he is, he buys me one, right? When it comes in the mail, it's like in this little box. And it's the medium-sized one there. And I'm like, and he's like, it had 27,000 views or reviews on Amazon. And I said, in my mind, I'm like, and what, did it cost $28? Because he's super frugal. He's like, yeah, and it cost $27. I was like, okay. But I say all that to say it still works. So I'm like, I'm good with it. I was like, thanks, babe. Love you. It works. I appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. So that's super important. Camera placement. You do not want to be looking down. You don't want this view, this angle, not good. You don't want this angle, not good. You really want to be eye to eye. So when the video is playing, it's like you're looking directly at the person that's watching the video. Okay. And then you want to be sure that they can hear you. Some people use microphones. I've never used one. Shoot, I did a video the other day. My kids were in the background. One of my girlfriends even was like, do I hear littles in the background? Whatever. I posted it because posting is better than perfection. So just do it, get out of your comfort zone and do it. About 80% of people that are online watching videos are not watching them with sound on. So they always say to use subtitles or captions. Stories has a super cool feature that they just came out with, and it'll transcribe your audio and then you can have your caption in your audio. Super fun. I'll do one later. Captions in your stories. Watch my story later, you'll see. But don't worry, that'll be in part 2. Okay. Another thing with posting and with videos, just all around, the best thing to do is to have a a content creation day. So you want to go ahead and write down everything that you want to post about, or everything that you want to record, or everything you want to prepare for that week or that month, so that you can just knock it out in one sitting, rather than being like, oh my God, I didn't post something today, I got to find something to post or whatever. That way you always have some stuff like basically in a library that if you're not able to post whatever, you got something, boom, post it, keep it moving. Okay. Again, rip off and duplicate. Can't stress this enough. And then, like I mentioned earlier, instead of posting blogs or whatever that you're seeing on that, take the information that you got from the blog, create a video about it, and post it. Okay. Insights. And this is what is awesome about both the business and the creator account, because what you guys want to do as well is you want to know who your ideal client is, so that the information that you're posting that's educational or entertaining or whatever, that it's reaching the right audience that you want to reach. I do a lot of first-time homebuyer information, but that doesn't mean that I'm only getting first-time homebuyer clients. I had a seller the other day. She found me because I used a builder hashtag. She's interested in that builder, said that she needs to sell, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to work out right now, but it'll work out later, right? So, but she was like, yeah, I really liked your content because your vibe attracts your tribe. I always say that. So that's why I'm like, always be you, but also know who your ideal client is. Now, your insights can help you get there, because it'll tell you, and we'll talk about this in part 2, but Elena's about to drop a little gem for you guys to help you as well. But this is where you can tell like what's going on with your content, who's following you. This is one of the most important ones, is it's important to know when to post. So on here, it tells you day by day, hour by hour, when your audience is active. Now, I used to be like, okay, cool. They're probably after around 12 or 3. I want to post around like 3-ish probably. But if you notice, that's when they're starting to get off. So the time that you really want to post is when people are starting to get on, so that they see it before they get off. Right? So this will help you to, and for the most part, guys, it's normally the same times every day, but you can see, you know, if it changes or whatever. This also shows you like where the people that are following you, where they're located, all that jazz. So insights are super, super important, and they'll help you to be intentional about how you're posting, when you're posting, who you're posting to, all of that. Okay, Elena, take it away.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to be talking about some hashtags. Hashtags, I think, Suzette, you can go to the next slide. So you guys get 30 hashtags per post. A lot of the times people are hesitant about using hashtags. Some feedback that I receive is that they're worried about what other people think when they see 30 hashtags on their post. Don't worry about that. Use the 30 hashtags. It gives you maximum exposure. And I'm going to show you a really cool trick to see what hashtags are working for you versus what's not working for you. Something to keep in mind is when you're choosing hashtags, you will see them pop up. So if you're on Instagram, you hashtag Orlando Realtor, there will be a number next to it with how many posts it has. It's really important to try to choose hashtags that have about 300K to 500K posts. Anything that has like 1 million or 3 million, it's not gonna really be seen. It's gonna kind of get lost in the sauce. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, share my screen, and show you guys how you can utilize your analytics in your favor. So, all right, let me go ahead. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you an example directly from my Instagram page. Now, I'm using this photo because I got a lot of traction with my hashtags. So I'm going to go ahead and play and then show you a little tutorial, okay? So I have my post here. Okay, I have now clicked. Do you guys see that little play button? I'm trying to get rid of that.
Let me move this. Is this what's in the way?
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Okay, so here we go. Play. Oopsie, so sorry, guys. Okay. So you'll see here that I'm going to click View Insights, and I can now see how many people have saved my post, shared my post, and how many people have seen my post from hashtags. So from this post alone, people found my page from hashtags. About 5,451 people found my page from a hashtag. Okay, so that's a lot of exposure just from using a hashtag. Now I'm going to show you, because if you scroll down, it's not going to show you what hashtag is giving me all of that traction, okay? So what you'll do is you are going to select promote, and you will only have this option if you have a creator or a business account. You're going to select promote, and you're going to do a draft paid ad. So just click on the first one, the first couple ones until you get to the last page. When you get to the last page, we're not going to create the promotion. We're actually going to click back on the back arrow, okay? So I'm clicking back on the back arrow. I'm now going to cancel my paid ad, and I'm going to select save draft. All right, okay. So now I've saved my draft. I am going back to my post. I'm clicking on the view insights again. And when I now scroll down, it shows me exactly which hashtags and how brought me how many people. Okay, so now before it did not show this, it just showed hashtags 5,450, and now it's showing all my top hashtags being used on this post. Any questions on this and why this is valuable for you in your business or to utilize this?
That's amazing. We'll deep dive into that when we do round 2. Because that's super, super helpful. Because guys, you want to be careful with the hashtags that you use. Again, you want to be intentional about all of this, right? Like you don't want to throw, like if you're taking a picture of your kids and you're like, hashtag dog mom, like that has nothing to do with your post. So why are you going to hashtag something like that? You know what I mean? Let me jump in the chat real quick. I haven't been watching. I think you have to change. If you're having difficulty, stay on Zoom, peer. Any questions, guys, while I'm going? Okay, yeah, guys, hit me in my DMs for the list of the 199 story ideas. Posting is better than perfection. Amen, Carlene. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Yep, you got it. Okay, yep, and hashtags are free exposure. Okay, cool, guys. Anybody else have any other questions? Man, I'm so excited. So many people are here. Thank you guys for joining. Yay. All right. Okay, let's keep it moving. Share screen right here. All right. Do you guys understand when we're saying choose hashtag by post count? If you go into a hashtag, it's going to have a number next to it. If it has 1M, you don't even want to add that hashtag to your post, like realtor life. Instead of using realtor life, maybe you use realtor life that has like a key emoji and a heart emoji. It'll come up in the list and it'll tell you how many posts are attached to that hashtag. So you want to use the ones that are in this this frame of post amount or less, right? Because you want your post to be seen by that hashtag. If it's inundated with other posts, you're never going to be seen. So you're wasting one of the 30 hashtags that you can use. So yeah, so then what Elena just showed us is super awesome because you can start to check like what hashtags are working for you, what hashtags are not working for you. And then like I mentioned earlier, you can use hashtags and stories. I use them just to kind of be fun, not hoping that they do anything because you can't search for a hashtag in a story. Okay. Let me do this. Bring you guys back down here. Okay. Things not to do. Please don't purchase followers. You want quality over quantity. Like I said, I may only have 3,100 followers. Don't purchase followers. People purchase followers. Don't purchase followers. Yeah, well, real people, bots. You'll get people in your DMs all the time. Once your account starts to grow a little bit, they'll be like, "Oh, do you want 50 to 100,000 followers? Only pay 300. Only pay 500." So they'll get you, but then there's no way that anyone's account's going to grow that quickly. So a lot of times they're what they call bots, which are fake accounts. So you don't want that. You want ultimately the people that follow you are the people that are going to ultimately, hopefully do business with you in the future or refer you to someone else. You don't want to pay someone to follow you because is that going to turn into business? Probably not. Oh, a lot of people do this and it's like a pet peeve of mine. Don't follow someone so that they follow you and then you unfollow them because you don't really want to be their friend or whatever. That's just tacky to me. I wouldn't suggest doing that. Again, quality over quantity. Throughout, like every now and then, and I actually got this from Clubhouse the other day, was that you want to clean out your followers because you don't want to have random people in there. Like I said, people that are ghosts or people that are bots. You don't want to have people in there that used to have a page and it's no longer active, it's inactive. You don't want to have people in there that you paid for, etc. So you just want to every now and then just kind of go through your follower list and unfollow people that you that again are one of these things. And guys, I'm an open book. I'm always here to help. I see that there's some questions and stuff. If anything after this, contact me, DM me, whatever. I'm always here to help. A lot of people find that they want to always post like these Canva photos and all of that. I would suggest don't do that because again, it just looks like everybody else's. People are doing the same one. So I'll see one account post something and then 2 minutes later, someone else posts the same graphic. Do whatever the graphic talks about, but maybe do it with you standing in front of a house or you reading a book or whatever it is. I would say, I think that everyone should invest at some point or another, or just do it themselves by creating what I like to call, Elena, what do you call those pictures? Lifestyle photos, excuse me. So like on my page, the second photo that's black and white, that's a lifestyle photo, right? So it's just something to kind of break up whatever it is that you're posting. And you can do that by yourself. You have an iPhone or you have a good phone, a smartphone, you have a ring light. If you don't have a ring light, we have 3 in the office. Elena's always down to take photos of anybody in the office. Ask Brian Rusi. So guys, if you should start batching all kind of content like that to post for later. Like I mentioned earlier, don't post and then just log off. Make sure that when you have time to post, that you have time to stay and engage. You want to stay positive. No one wants to hear the drama. That's why I like Instagram better than Facebook. Like I'm not reading about people's opinions. I'm looking at their cute dog. I'm looking at their babies. I'm looking at someone that just sold something. And another thing that a lot of people do a lot is that they just consume content and they don't create content. You always want to create your own content. Yes, you want to consume. Yes, you want to engage with other people, but you want to also create your own content. Here are some of the accounts that I follow, guys, that I think could be helpful for you guys. But ultimately, what you want to do is you just want to start looking up hashtags of things that you like. Like maybe you like to work out. So maybe you look up women who exercise or whatever, and then you find an account that you connect with, that you relate with. Creators is an Instagram account, and that's one of the best ones that I like because it tells you what are the trending songs for reels. What are the trending types of reels? What ultimately, like what is trending all the way around, right? So I really like that. Jasmine Star, she always is dropping good nuggets. And then Brock, he's kind of silly, but he's pretty good about the information that he drops. And then these are 3 good real estate ones. I follow a lot more other people, but I want you guys to find your own. Katie Lance, though, she provides a lot of information. So that's that. Now, like I said, you want to be consistent. I don't use apps to auto post. I will never use my admin to post for me. I mean, unless I create it and I'm just like, hey, this is a picture that I want. This is the verbiage that I want. Because my Instagram is who I am as a person. No one can write like me. No one can talk like me in written format. So I don't use apps to auto post, but I get it that, it feels overwhelming and all of that. Again, take it one step at a time. Take it one social media platform at a time. Master it, move on to another one. Now I'm on to TikTok, right? Because I'm doing reels all the time. I might as well be on TikTok and I'm learning about that. So I'll definitely do a class later on that, but I'm a newbie, so don't even look me up, y'all. So these are some of the ones though that some people do use auto posting apps to help them. So these are some of them. There's of course a lot of them. These ones are free. So that's that. Some of these even will auto post stories for you. So again, if that's something that you would prefer because you just feel like it's just too much work, then definitely go that way. Another thing that I want to stress is, with social media, eventually it becomes second nature to you. So again, it might feel overwhelming. Keep going, keep pushing. It's definitely, what's happening in our future. It's not where you want to put all of your eggs in a basket, but it's a few of your eggs better be in that basket. Okay. Let's see. Keys to social media: consistency, consistency, consistency. Just like everything else in our lead generation, all of that, you need to be consistent to grow your following and get business. You want to be social. It's called social media for a reason, right? So you need to interact with other pages. Maybe you want to interact with community, right? Like maybe you want to look up Lake Nona foodies or whatever and start interacting with them so that you guys can connect. Don't be fake. Don't be fake, right? Just be you. You want to be intentional about your hashtags, about when you're posting, about what you're posting. You want to be intentional. This is ultimately part of your business plan. Yeah, it's for fun, but it's also, you have a bigger goal with what you're using your social media for. I love this so much because people will be like, oh my God, I love that video that you posted or whatever. And I'm like, did you like it? They're like, no. I'm like, why not? Right? So when you're looking at your likes and your comments and all of that, do not get discouraged. People are watching. People that you don't even know are watching, because now that you guys are changing all of your profiles to public, there's going to be people that aren't even following you that are watching you. There's stalkers out there. There are stalkers. So, and then ultimately, again, be you, write your own story. What do you want people to know you as? And that's that for part one. I'm super excited. One thing that I did want to say is the first, let me stop sharing. I just posted that video that I posted in the group. How do I cancel this? Exit. How do I cancel? Oh, pause share.
Stop share.
Oh, stop share. Woo, I can do Instagram. I can't do Zoom. Oh, so I am now getting agent to agent referrals, which is another, you're so welcome, Gisette, with other agents, right? And you guys, people are moving down here left and right. So when I posted something the other day, the only people that commented on it were, besides like my super close friends and my family, were other realtors. And you're so welcome. Thanks for joining. And some people might be like, well, why do you want another agent commenting or whatever? Because hello, referrals, right? So you build that rapport with other agents and they're going to remember you when they need someone in Orlando. So you want to, if you see someone, an agent, they had a closing, congratulations to all. I'm so excited for you. Start interacting with other people, other agents as well, because not only are you doing social media for other consumers, you're doing it also to connect with other agents for referrals. So yeah, hit me with some questions, guys. Who has questions? In true form, though, I'm definitely taking a story real quick of everyone that came because I'm so excited. Yes. And then my people here. Okay, guys, what questions do you guys have? Yeah, happy birthday, Debbie. Whoop, whoop. Questions? No? Okay, cool, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I super appreciate it. It's my first time teaching a class, and I was like nervous, but I did it. Woo! I'm gonna start getting together part 2 so that we can really deep dive into some of these tips and tricks or different things that we can do with social media so that we can continue to kill this year and build our businesses. So I appreciate you guys. See you later.
Thanks, Susan.
Awesome. Yay. So fun. All right, I'll end this.